GFN 98.7 FM in Gwangju and 93.7 FM in Yosu. The time is 11 a.m.
This is Hello Korea, here on GFN 98.7 FM in Gwangju and 93.7 FM in Yosu. Keep it tuned. Welcome back to the second hour of today's show. That means it's time for Speak Korean, our first time this week where we have our teacher Sunyoung here in the studio to teach us a little bit about Korean. Of course, Thursday is the second time, but today is some practical stuff that we can use every day. Hello, 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요, 네이티 씨. 주말 잘 보냈어요?
네, 재밌었어요.
주말에 뭐 했어요?
Actually, not much. It was nice just to relax. But it was Halloween, so I should have done something.
So what did you do?
I didn't do anything, really.
Okay.
I hung out a little bit, but
I thought you had a plan before.
Well, it didn't work out. How about you?
Actually, something terrible happened last weekend. Normally, I don't go out during the weekends.
Uh-huh.
But last weekend, I went out with my friends because there was some athletic events.
Oh.
In Sunyoung,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a lot of fun there. But before we left, we had a kind of a game like tug of war and stuff like that, and I
Okay.
joined it, and I broke my glasses.
That's pretty horrible.
Yeah, it was awful.
Have you broken your glasses quite a few times? Is it a
No, it
common
never
thing?
happened before. It was my first time. It fell down, and somebody just crushed on it.
That's not good.
That's not good.
When I was younger, like middle school and high school, I broke my glasses all the time. My parents were very unhappy about that. So, but recently I haven't broken glasses, not for quite a while. So I'm sorry to hear that. Let's jump into today's topic. The first thing, though, that we usually do is review from last week. And last week we talked about some things that you might deal with at the pharmacy or if you go and talk to a doctor. So our first sentence from last week was to have caught something or to have...
Yes, if you want to say you have a cold, we
Right.
say 감기에 걸렸어요.
Right. 감기에 걸렸어요 is I've caught a cold. Or you can substitute something else for 감기.
Like 눈병, eye disease.
Right.
눈병에 걸렸어요.
Would it be 안경병? You have glasses disease? No, that doesn't work?
It does work, unfortunately.
All right. How about our second sentence last week was?
So if you have a cold and you want to explain your symptom, you can say 기침이 나요. For example, if you want to say you have a cough.
Right. 기침이 나요.
기침이 나요.
And runny nose was
So
콧물. Right. 콧물 나요.
콧물이 나요.
Right. And our third sentence last week was what you might hear from the pharmacist or doctor when they give you your medicine or treatment. And that was?
하루에 3번 드세요. So take this medicine like 3 times a day.
Okay, so 하루에 3번 드세요. 하루에 2번 드세요, something like that.
Yes.
So that is last week's sentences, and we are going to talk about a new topic this week. What are we going to talk about today?
Yes, today's topic is about when you're invited to Korean's house or Korean's home.
Okay, no, this is not like a 집들이 or a special event, just like coming over for dinner.
Yes, like a dinner or maybe you're invited to your coworker's house or your friend's house. Yes, like that. Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of different countries have customs about what you might do when you visit somebody's house. And in Korea...
So many foreigners living in Korea will probably get invited to Korean's home occasionally. And in that case, you may want to know how to say, thank you for inviting me.
That will be helpful.
Yeah, or give some nice comments about the food or house.
Okay, so give me some compliments, like, wow, you have such a nice house, or the interior decorations are very nice, something like that. So our expressions are for these situations.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so but before we begin with our expressions, I'd like to ask if there is any cultural custom when you're invited to someone's house in America.
I would say it's pretty common to bring a bottle of wine or maybe some flowers. It depends how well you know the person and how often you go to their house. Like, my very good friends, I would go over there, I don't know, once or twice a week, stop by. So I didn't bring something every time.
Guess you're close enough.
Yeah,
You know
but
each
if you've
other
been
very well.
invited
Yeah.
by maybe a coworker or your boss or something, you probably would take, I'd say a bottle of wine is safe.
Yeah, I think it's the same in our culture too. We normally buy some small gift like some fruits or some drinks or even some desserts or flowers. It'll be fine too.
Sure, a box of fruit that's in season. That's big in Korea.
Yes, that will be really
whatever fruit they're selling at the grocery store, just get a box of
Yes.
it. Okay? So what are today's expressions?
Yes, the first one is about expressing appreciation or apology, like 초대해 주셔서 감사합니다, which means thank you for inviting me.
Okay. 초대해 주셔서 감사합니다. 초대해 주셔서 감사합니다. Okay?
And the second one is giving your first impression or showing surprise, like 집이 참 좋네요. Wow, your house is really nice.
집이 참 좋네요.
좋네요.
Okay?
The third one is talking about how something looks, like 음식이 맛있어 보여요. The food looks delicious.
Food looks delicious.
Yes.
So 음식이 맛있어
맛있어 보여요.
Right. 음식이 맛있어 보여요. Okay. So let's get into these in a little bit more depth. The first expression that you talked about was for expressing, you said appreciation, so thank you, but also you said we could use it for other situations like maybe apology.
Right.
So the first expression one more time was 초대해 주셔서 감사합니다.
Yes, 초대해 주셔서 감사합니다. So this is the expression you want to say when you first enter the house to the host.
Okay.
So 초대하다 means to invite, and 초대해 주시다 is an honorific form.
So it's like the very polite way to say it.
Right.
Okay.
And 어서 감사합니다 means thank you for doing blah blah blah.
Okay, so when you put the asa or also before 감사합니다, it means thank you for doing something.
Something.
So
Yes.
this is for inviting me.
Yes. So yeah, you can use the 어서 감사합니다 to say a reason for your appreciation. Something like 도와주셔서 감사합니다. So thank you for helping me out.
Okay, so thank you for helping me out. 도와주셔서 감사합니다. Okay.
Or do you know how to say worry or worry about someone? Or
Worry? 걱정. Wait, no, that's just worry. I know that from all the advertisements. There was like, 걱정 마세요. Anyway.
Yeah,
So-
that's very similar to
Right.
that. So 걱정하다.
right.
So 걱정해 주셔서 감사합니다.
Thank you for worrying about me.
Yes.
걱정해 주셔서 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Okay.
So can you think of any other examples with 어서 감사합니다?
Like, thanks for buying me coffee.
Yeah.
You could do that. 커피 주셔서, no.
So to buy a coffee is
Right.
커피를 사다.
Right.
So 커피를 사주셔서 or 커피 사주셔서 감사합니다.
Okay.
Okay.
And what else? Maybe on your birthday, thanks for a present.
Oh yeah.
So let's see. 선물
주셔서
right. 선물 주셔서 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Okay. So that's the first one. 초대해 주셔서 감사합니다. So
감사합니다.
thanks for inviting me.
You can also use 고맙습니다 instead of 감사합니다.
Okay.
In the same situation, like 초대해 주셔서 고맙습니다.
So it'd be I'm sorry.
No, 고맙습니다 is the same
wait,
as
thank you.
감사합니다.
Sorry, I'm getting mixed up here. Right.
So choose whatever you feel like. Like
Okay.
anything you feel like easy to pronounce.
So your choice, 감사합니다
Yeah.
or 고맙습니다. Okay,
Yeah.
주셔서. That is going to be very helpful, I think. Okay, now the apology part would be
미안합니다.
미안합니다,
Or
right.
죄송합니다.
Okay.
So if you want to say sorry for being late, you can say 늦어서 죄송합니다.
늦어서 감사합니다. Or
No.
추상합니다. Wow.
So 늦어서 죄송합니다.
Right. 늦어서 감사합니다. Or 추상합니다. Again. Okay.
Okay, so how do you say sorry for being late?
늦어서 죄송합니다.
네, 늦어서 죄송합니다.
미안합니다. Okay. Whew, I think it's time to take a song break because I got to get my head straight. Our song for today is going to be 사랑이 늦어서 미안해. So that, of course, means sorry for late love. Here it is by Kim Jo-han. That was our song for today's Speak Korean. Sorry for late love. 사랑이 늦어서 미안해 by Kim Jo-han, because we're here talking with our Korean teacher Sunyoung about some things you might say when you go to visit someone's house. And just before the break, we were talking about how you would say, I'm sorry for something. And so the song title was Sorry for late love. 늦어서, 사랑이 늦어서 미안해. So our second expression for today, you said, is expressing some kind of...
your first impression or a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, 집이 참 좋네요.
Okay.
Your house is really good.
집이 참
Nice.
좋네요.
좋네요. So here, 네요 is an expression that is used to express your surprise after you learn something through direct experience, either through watching or hearing.
Okay, so you go to someone's house and you're like, wow, I'm surprised your house is very nice.
Yeah. Or if you see someone's house is really big, then you can say, 와, 집이
크네요.
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 크네요. Or having good ambience, like 분위기가 좋다.
Okay.
So you can say, 분위기가 참 좋네요.
So this, you experience something or see something,
Yeah.
then you can talk about that. So you said 집에 크네요 or 분위기가
좋네요. So if you found the house is really clean,
Okay,
can
so
say-
깨끗하네요.
깨끗하네요.
깨끗하네요. So yeah, that would be surprising. If you came to my house, you probably would be surprised.
Really?
You're like, wow.
Do you think I would say,
깨끗하네요.
와, 집이 참 깨끗하네요?
That may not be your first. Well, hopefully that's your first. You're like, wow. I know Nate, and I'm surprised. His house is very clean.
We'll
So,
see.
okay, coming up, maybe I'll have a housewarming party. Maybe
When
this
is it?
month. This month, maybe.
Hope
So,
you invite me,
we'll
and
see.
I will see if it's
And we'll see if that's what you
Okay,
say.
yeah.
Clean, good ambience, big, not that big, but so that's what you're gonna say when you show up and you say, "Hey, wow, your house is very clean or very big."
Yep.
And this neo is after something you use when you've experienced that or seen it.
Yes.
Are there any other ways that maybe you would use this instead of about someone's house?
Yeah, for example, I hear you're speaking Korean very well. Then I can say, 네이트 씨는 한국어를 참 잘하시네요.
Okay, and that would be a big lie. But I appreciate the effort. So
that's
you experience it and then you say,
true.
wow, 한국어를 참
잘하시네요.
하시네요. Right.
And if your coworker looks very tired or sick that day, you can say, 얼굴이 안 좋네요. So 안 좋다.
Your face doesn't look good.
Actually, 네이트 씨 오늘 얼굴이 안 좋네요. 무슨 일이 있어요?
It's just Monday, you know. That's kind of how it goes sometimes.
알겠어요.
All right, one more time. You would say 얼굴이 안 좋네요.
Maybe
어디
you can
아파요?
add 어디 아파요? Or
Right.
무슨 일 있어요?
얼굴이 안 좋네요. I have to remember that. Okay. Any other way that you can think of off the top of your head for using the neo? 안
네요?
좋네요 or 좋네요? Maybe if you meet somebody's new girlfriend, you're like, oh, wow.
여자친구 참 예쁘네요.
Okay. So you could use it in that situation.
Or if you see a woman who has really long hair, 머리가 참 기네요.
좋네요. Okay.
Yeah, that's
So-
a silly example, but yeah.
No, that's a pretty good example. Okay, so that's our second expression is talking about someone's house when you show up. 집이 참 좋네요. And our third expression for today was about the food looks really good.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, it's talking about how something looks. So 음식이 맛있어 보여요 means the food looks delicious. So here, 보여요 or 보여요 means it looks like blah blah blah. And we use this expression with adjectives like 맛있어요 or 예뻐요 or 커요, 작아요, etc.
Okay, so when you see something like, oh, it looks great, it looks delicious, looks pretty, something like that. Okay, so 음식이 맛있어 보여요. 보여요. Okay.
You can use this expression in other situations like, okay, for example, if you'd like to say someone's clothes looks warm. So warm means 따뜻하다. So how would you say?
옷이 따뜻해 보여요?
Exactly. 옷이 따뜻해 보여요.
옷이 따뜻해 보여요.
Looks warm. Or if the clothes looks expensive,
비싸요? 비싸, right? So 옷이 비싸 보여요.
비싸 보여요.
Right.
비싸 보여요. Actually, 네이트 씨 오늘 옷이 참 따뜻해 보여요.
네.
스웨터 입었어요. 그리고
Yeah, very warm today.
네, 따뜻해 보여요.
Might have to actually take that off because it is getting very warm in here. So
하세요.
maybe after this segment when we take our next break. Okay, so those are our 3 sentences for today, and you have another sample conversation. So what is the setup? What's the situation for this conversation?
Nate she finally invited to my house.
I don't believe it. That actually happened. Okay, so I'm coming over to your house, and I'm going to say something about your house.
Yeah,
Your house is clean?
I think so.
When you
Normally,
invite people over, it's clean.
yeah, when I invite people, I spend the whole day cleaning, organizing. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it's clean, and thank you for inviting me.
Yes.
See how we do here.
And I also made some food for you.
Oh, what did you make?
You'll see.
All right, here's our practice conversation. We're going to go through this and see how we can use our sample sentences or example sentences for today in a real conversation.
Okay.
So I think you start. Go ahead.
Okay. 띵동. 아, 네이트 씨 어서 오세요.
안녕하세요. 선생님, 초대해 주셔서 감사합니다. 와, 집이 참 깨끗하네요.
고마워요. 네이트 씨가 온다고 해서 열심히 청소했어요.
그래요? 그런데 음식 냄새가 아주 좋네요. 무슨 음식이에요?
불고기하고 잡채 만들었어요.
와, 맛있어 보여요.
불고기하고 잡채 좋아해요?
네, 맛있어요.
아, 한번 먹어보세요.
정말 맛있어요. 선영 선생님은 요리를 참 잘 하시네요.
별 말씀을요. Actually, that's a lie.
I don't know. I've never had your bulgogi. So it's pretty good?
I don't know. I don't like my food.
I see. Well, then you just order next time. So, okay, so there we had it. Some great ways to use that. 초대해 주셔서 감사합니다. Thank you for inviting me. And then, 집이 참 깨끗하네요. Your house is surprisingly very clean.
If you want to say the food looks delicious,
Yes, food was 맛있어 보여요.
맛있어 보여요.
Right. And then another way we used 좋네요 was the food smells good.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
음식이
냄새가 아주 좋네요.
좋네요. Yes,
Right.
냄새가 참 좋네요.
Okay. And the last one we had there was about your cooking. I was very surprised. So 선생님은 요리를 참 잘 하시네요.
잘 하시네요. Yeah, actually, I cook a lot, but I never trust the quality. I cannot guarantee the quality of food. I always cook, but
Well, we'll have to try it out. So you're not having a party for a while, but if I have a housewarming party, maybe you can cook something and then bring it over.
so will it be like a potluck style?
Usually, no. Usually just order something and then people can bring like a bottle of wine or something. We'll
Well,
try it out.
If you are having your housewarming party, maybe I'll try to make something really delicious. I'll try.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes. I will see you again on Thursday.
Yes, see you on Thursday.
Thank you very much for today's expressions. These are going to be very helpful. And keep it tuned here to Hello Korea. We'll be back here with part 4 right after this.